Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us for the ASID PA East annual meeting. We're going to let everyone into the room. So I will be watching that. So join us. I'm going to see if I can play some music for everybody.
I
think Dean should sing a song.
Can you hear the music, guys?
Not yet.
This may or may not work. Technical difficulties in the time of COVID.
Geez, I can't imagine.
Can you hear it?
Not yet.
Or am I just dancing myself?
Just keep dancing, Kim. Looks good.
Should be playing some Grateful Dead.
I'm playing Boogie Fever right now.
Okay.
Right back.
I was trying. You hear it?
No.
No. It was worth a shot.
Yeah, good choice.
Yeah. Again, everyone, thanks for coming to the ASID PA East annual meeting. We're just waiting for everybody to start. We'll start the presentation about 6:15 or so. I'm Kim Slater. I'm the Director of Communications. You see most of the board on here with us, dressed in our little 70s garb. And when we start the presentation, we ask that you will mute yourself, but feel free to unmute yourself right now. Say hello to your friends, people you haven't seen in a while. Hi, Dean. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Good to see everybody.
Hi, Dean.
Hi.
Dean, are you in Canada?
No, I'm in Chicago.
Oh, how is it there?
Rainy. But it's all good. It's all good. But it's a bit rainy today.
Christine looks psychedelic in her photo.
Yeah.
I'm going to mute myself 1 second. Everybody talks amongst yourselves. Say hi.
Anybody expecting trick-or-treaters this month?
Not at my
I
house.
hope so.
We saw some creative ideas where you take a stick and you put your M&M on the stick and you stick it in your grass, and then they come by and they just pop it off the stick.
So like you have a whole bunch of sticks in your yard?
Yeah, so you stick them in there, you glue them on or tape them on, and you stick them all in the grass, and the kids can go around and, hopefully.
My gosh, that's a lot of work.
Yeah. You have florist posts, those little plastic things that they stick the tags in flowers.
That's an idea. Well,
My dogs would eat them.
Oh yeah.
To discourage the kids taking all the candy, you can leave a bowl out there. They would make it a little harder for them.
I saw one guy that took a big tube, like a carpet tube.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
And painted it orange and wrapped it around, and he was doing like the chute. From,
Oh my gosh.
like out of his window or something, down to the kids as they came by.
That's clever. That is really clever.
Or you can just throw it at them
I was thinking
from your front door. I mean, forget the shoots and the sticks and all that work. Take a piece of candy, just
put an X on your sidewalk that they have to stand there and then pitch.
Right, exactly.
Exactly. Cross stick out. Here you go.
Like catapult.
Skittles.
One of the contractors I use.
Everyone feel free to use the chat too.
Just trick-or-treating a whole new definition there, Nita.
Get a slingshot.
Yes, I like that. See, the question is not so much how am I going to distribute candy. The question is, am I letting my kids to go trick-or-treating? That's the bigger question.
Too, so what are you going to do?
We have not decided that yet. I don't know.
My prediction, having 4 kids that have grown up, is you'll see a lot of kids that are trick-or-treating in this outfit, surgical.
Oh.
That is a good prediction.
There you
Yeah.
go. I got my gloves on, my mask.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Now
Makes
can you
sense.
kids can go trick-or-treating.
Mhm.
To work?
Say hello.
Hello?
Linda Daly, I see her.
Hi,
Hello.
John.
Nice.
Did I get there?
You're here.
Linda, you're muted.
Oh, I gotta let you in. Sorry. Okay. You should be coming in.
Tim needs a 70.
There you are. Okay. Cool. You're on. I'm hanging up.
Spotted lantern.
Oh,
fly.
that's cool.
That is so funny. Hi, Alex. Oh my goodness. Good to see her name.
I love it.
It's hard to remember.
Hi, everyone. Again, thank you for coming to the ASID PA East annual meeting. We will be starting at about 6:15, so please say hello to your fellow friends that you probably have not seen in a while. John Kelly, I found pictures of you from 1990 and 1980s.
I look the same, don't I?
I know, I have to send them to you. They're amazing.
Linda, if you're talking, you're on mute.
Okay, I think can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you are. Good.
Yay! I was asking if those were the pictures that I sent to Kimberly. I sent her past presidents and
Nah,
other.
these were the ones that were in the photo albums. There's one of
Oh,
John,
okay.
looks
John
like he's
took a
running
lot.
away with some award.
Oh, okay. He took a lot of the pictures in his day, right, John?
And there's pictures of
Congratulations.
everybody
There it is.
dressed up in Phillies gear somewhere.
Oh, that was
That was in
San
Baltimore.
Antonio, right?
In Baltimore.
Oh, Baltimore.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm trying to download the background. I didn't get that, so sorry about that.
I didn't try.
Good for you.
I just be me.
Hey, Kristen, what do you mean you downloaded? I painted this by hand. What?
Oh, you're more creative.
Well, it's 1970s of the theme, so you can't have anything downloaded.
In the 70s, I was in AID in Boston when they joined with NSID. I'm there, hun. Huns.
The history of ASID. How about that? Linda, congratulations on your award, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Well, where's
I'm
the
glad it's
trophy?
over.
It's up in your head. You're supposed to kiss it. Come on.
Everybody said, oh, my family said, that's wonderful. I said, you know, it only took 48 hours and about 60 different takes to get that 30 seconds. And
It took me an hour and a half to do my 30-second recording for it.
Appreciation for
Ridiculous.
filming that, don't you?
Well, you look great, Linda, and you sounded great. And we're
Thank
so
you.
proud
Thank
of
you.
you. We're so thankful for you and proud of you.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. I'm going to keep doing it. I mean, I don't know anything else at this point.
Okay.
What's everybody doing these days? I'm kind of waiting for contractors to get unbusier with some of my projects.
Oh, here comes the newlywed. She's
Linda,
logging
bite your tongue on that
on.
Oh
statement.
my goodness. Did we join the honeymoon?
Oh, Heather.
Heather.
Hi. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you. I don't have a 70s outfit. I'm just warning you.
Hmm.
You should have
Heather.
that background.
Well, I was saving my 70s outfit for the eyes. You get this necklace in the 70s, so anyway.
So everyone, thank you again for coming to the ASID PA annual meeting. We're just letting the large number of people we had register for this pop on. So we're starting with just the Zoom meeting so everybody can say hi. And then Paul will kick off the festivities in a few minutes.
Sounds good.
Kimberly, I love your earrings.
Thank you. They match the background.
They do.
You make
Oh,
those?
wait. Do you
I know.
should I show them the other part? Deidre, I should show them the other part, right?
You have to. You have to. It's
Okay,
incredible.
wait.
Back up. Back up. There you go. There you
Oh my
go.
gosh.
We're not in person, but I still have to be seen.
That's
Oh, it's
dedication.
themed.
That's its own award, Kim, right there.
Now, Kim, I gotta ask you, and you gotta tell the truth. Which came first, the earrings or the backdrop?
Backdrop, the graphics.
Okay. That's.
Which is hard to believe since they match so perfectly.
I know. I was trying to ask that question.
Esty. Esty's your friend.
That's awesome.
Oh, I see Kathy down there, hanging out with her fun glasses.
Yeah. You're on mute, Kathy.
Yeah, there's a different button for your phone, I think. I forget what it is.
Oh, we're on multiple screens, people. I love this.
There's a keystroke for Kathy. Kim, do you know what that is? If people are on their phones and they want to unmute, there's a different button, I think, on your phone for that.
Yeah, I think it says join audio.
Oh, it does?
I know I'm all things communications, but to a degree.
You are the director of communications.
I know.
If you had a math question, I would answer that.
Yeah. That's why you're finance and I'm not.
That's it.
So again, thank you everyone for joining the ASID PA annual meeting. Our 70s theme is due to ASID starting in 1975. So if you see in your background there, we've got the original logo, which lasted well into the 80s. We're going to forget that aqua logo because it's in the 90s and 2000s. And our current logo, which is the red.
John Kelly, is that your boat in the background?
Old boat.
So no longer in the fleet?
No, looking for a new one.
Where'd you keep that?
Pier 5.
No, where did you park it?
Pier 5.
Oh, Pier 5, I'm sorry. But how long did it looks like an older one. How long did you have that?
16 years.
Wow.
Isn't that the boat we visited? You invited us on to, John? Yeah.
Hey, Paul, I just texted you.
Yeah, that was a nice evening. Were you on the board then, or were you just, I know you used to come in and say, hello, this is like the 569th board meeting I've attended, things like that.
Yeah.
Being
The good old days.
and president and all that.
Ever do any scuba diving off that boat, John?
No. In the Delaware? No.
No, I don't know where you're taking it.
Is Paul in Philadelphia?
Paul, hit your mute button.
Still on mute.
See, Dean, we would never know you're in Chicago. I love this.
I know, it's true.
And Dean loves us so much, he has dual chapter membership now.
I do.
Wow.
I
Wow.
know that. That's
Wow.
wonderful.
That's impressive.
Wonderful. How are things in Canada?
Well, I'm not in Canada. I'm in
Oh.
Chicago.
Oh, okay.
No, but
Well, I
things in
was
Canada are
referring to
good, I
your
think.
dual membership.
What's that?
I was thinking of your dual membership.
Oh, no, I joined, so Linda, I joined, I'm still with the PA East chapter, but also with the Illinois chapter now.
Oh, I didn't understand that. I was thinking that you were also in IDC.
No, I actually haven't done that yet. I keep forgetting to actually join the ID or join back into IDC, but I should do that actually.
I think it's probably better
Hello.
overall than the US, but
Tim, I'm ready anytime you guys are.
Okay.
But
So
I'm not seeing our screen. I'm only seeing people.
Yep, we'll do that now that you're good to go. So everybody, if you wouldn't mind muting yourselves, we will open up the Zoom chat room for afterwards, after our event. Board members, remember, you're going to have to unmute yourselves on and off a lot. So, so I'm going to, Rich, go ahead. And if you guys want, so you can see the presentation very well, you can hit your speaker view next to the presentation.
Well, thanks everyone for joining us. I apologize for my technical inadequacy, but thanks to Kim and to Rich, I think we should have our first and probably not our last Zoom annual meeting. As many of you know who attended the last year's annual meeting, we had planned a really interesting, tremendous year, including the IDAs. We had a lot of live events that were planned, but of course, things changed and the chapter adapted, and the younger folks were very adept at turning us from a live chapter into a virtual chapter. And unfortunately, we didn't get to celebrate 45 years of ASID and ASID Pennsylvania East, but we are going to move that into next year, and we're just going to pretend at the IDAs when we actually have them. So welcome everyone, and thank you for your time. So for folks, I think we have mostly members here. We might have some non-members that also signed up, but these are our contact points. So follow us at ASID PA East. Our website is www.pae.asid.org. And please open up your emails, look at the chapter e-newsletters. They're wonderful. Kim puts a lot of effort into producing those. We get content from various committees and folks in the chapter, and they're really worthwhile to take a look at. So I'd like to kick it off by thanking our sponsors. So we have Dave on the, actually on the line from Bright Light Design Center, and Bright Light and Dave are a Ruby level sponsor. Another Ruby level sponsor is Pheasant and Hall, and of course that's Kim Slater. Amethyst level is Benjamin Moore, and that's Linda Cipriano at Benjamin Moore. Our amethyst level is Dow Tile, and Dow Tile has been really terrific for us. They've let us hold a number of meetings. They've opened their showroom open to us on several occasions. And of course, everyone knows Felicia Benton, who's a great, great, outstanding industry partner. Thank you, Felicia, if you're there. Hunter Douglas, Catherine Rumbaugh, and Lynn Cruz from Hunter Douglas. Thank you very much for your sponsorship. And of course, Kiefer's, another Amethyst level sponsor, and that's both Jace Kiefer and John Kiefer are our contacts with them. Thank you very much. Kravit, Kurt Meyer, and Kravit has been very generous as well in allowing us to utilize their beautiful showroom on a Lithgow is it? Off of Market Street for several of our meetings. So thank you again, Kurt, for your generosity. So thanking all of your sponsors. This was a unique year. So the board, in consultation with some of our IP members, said, you know what, it's really not fair. Folks sponsored us for 2020, anticipating an anniversary year with a lot of live events, a lot of potential for benefits. Not all of that happened. We did the best that we could do. So we've decided to extend the chapter sponsor benefits through December 31st, 2020. So all of our sponsors for the 19 to 20 year will be extended past the fiscal year into the end of the calendar year for 2020. And thank you very much again, all of you. If we were live, we'd have a round of applause. So this is my last day as president of the chapter. I'll be moving into the past president role. Some of you know, I know Linda, John, I don't know who else is on from the old days, but this is, another round for me. Have been president before, I've been secretary, I've been treasurer, a number of offices. I was on the national board as the president's representative for 1 year. And it's been wonderful, 35 years in the design business. And now I'm semi-retired and working on renovating my own house, our house down here in Rehoboth. But it's been great fun, but we're going to be passing the baton tonight. So I'd like to thank everyone on the 2019 and 2020 Board of Directors. It was a wonderful group. We really enjoyed being with each other when we could be. A very hardworking group, and a lot of folks who are so dedicated and have agreed even to stay on in various positions or accept new positions. That's me. Our president-elect, Dr. Deirdre Semino, and Deirdre will be introduced later on, but I am, and I think everyone is really excited to have Deirdre come back and accept this role. She's eminently qualified to be president. She served on a number of committees and other positions previously. You can see the list of the affiliations that she had, and I think she'll tell you, but we do want to note that she completed her doctorate this year. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Paul. I'm just delighted to be here and see all these faces with my fellow new board members, and of course all the names that are popping up. It delights me. As Paul mentioned, I will speak a little bit later in our presentation, but just for now, a big hello and a virtual hug to those that I know, and I can't wait to get to meet a lot of you throughout the next year. Thank you, Paul.
Dave Belwar, and Dave is our industry partner representative. And as I mentioned before, he is a partner in a Bright Light Design Center. Thank you, Dave. Finance is not easy.
Thanks, Paul. And yeah, it's been an honor to get behind the scenes for the ASID, which I've been participating in for a number of years, just as a partner. And it's like getting a tour behind Disney World. You really don't see what all goes on, and the number of volunteer hours, and all the meetings that we go to, and the discussions, which sometimes can get a little heated and emotional. Especially when my numbers don't add up, and I get a little frustrated. But I've learned a lot, and I'm looking forward to a second year.
Kim Slater. Kim has served as our past president and communications director. And in all honesty, without Kim, I would have failed miserably. She's an extremely dedicated member of the chapter. She's helped me in all aspects, from ramping up when I sort of surprise came on as president-elect, and has handled all of our communications with great skill. And of course, she also chaired the IDA committee, which was wonderfully planned, and then wonderfully planned again, and will be wonderfully executed at some point in the future.
Thanks, Paul. I'm Kimberly Slater. As Paul mentioned, I'm with Fessenden Hall. I'm a specification representative, celebrating 4 years with them this year. I was a designer for 20 years. So I'm the communications director. So if you get all those emails, they're coming from me. and all our social media. So please follow us and sign on, and please make sure that you add the communications email that we showed a minute ago to your address book so you get all the chapter information. And then, of course, the IDAs are coming up on November 6th, so please make sure you register for that. We'll be virtual, not in person, but it's still going to be amazing.
Liz Kane. Liz, a young member, a rising star, I think in the past. She's a full-fledged star now, and she's our professional development director. Liz?
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Paul. Yep, I'm excited to continue in my role as professional development director. I currently work at an architecture firm in Drexel Hill doing design for them. I've been there for about a year and a half. I recently completed my WELL certification back in March, actually right before quarantine hit, so I was one of the lucky ones who got to sit for the exam in person. And in the spirit of continuing education, I am enrolled at Jefferson in their master's program.
Are you in class right now?
Not right now. I'll be joining class after this.
Later. And we have Vita Vygovska, and Vita is an industry partner representative and our membership director. So Vita, it always has her eye on new members and potential new members. Vita?
Thank you, Paul. It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm also very excited, like the rest of us, to stay on and do another year as the membership director. In my other spare time, I am the owner of Italia Inc. Window Treatments for Interior Designers. We provide the window treatment services and support the design community in all soft furnishings and window treatment type of projects. So, and I am usually that annoying voice in our meetings, board meetings, that says, well, how does this bring value to our membership? Well, what else can we do to add value? But hopefully not too annoying, and hopefully my voice does bring some value to the board. And I'm excited to continue to do so.
Absolutely, Vita. Thank you. Deb Campbell, our director at large. Deb,
Yes.
I saw Deb. There she is. Hi,
I'm
Deb.
here.
Thank
Hi,
you.
everybody. I'm Deb Campbell. I have DC Interiors, which I started 17 years ago here in the PA area. I've been a member of ASID for about 38 years or something, in 4 chapters in 4 different states. And I've been on the board as director at large, which I think is kind of a low-key position, but it's a great way to introduce yourself into the chapter and on the board. And so it's a great way to start out. And I'm looking forward to staying on the board. And it's a fun group. So it's a good thing. It's a good support for the industry, and I think everybody should be involved.
Well, Deb, thank you. I wouldn't describe you as low key, but I would say that you always provide an intelligent perspective in every discussion we have. So thank you for the year.
Thanks, Paul.
Allison Kapler, student ASID. Allison is our representative, and I believe you're graduated now and moved on. So tell us about it.
Yeah, I graduated in June. My name's Allison from Drexel University with my master's in interior architecture and design. And I work as a store designer for Urban Outfitters in the Navy Yard. And I've loved my experience with ASID. I actually met my thesis advisor through ASID and various mentors, so it's been a really great network for me. And I'm really excited to have Lindsay Bedford on here on the Zoom call. She'll be taking over my position as I continue on another position with the board. And she's just been such an incredible help and so dedicated. And we're really lucky to have her coming on this year.
And another virtual applause for everyone. Thank you very much for a great year. Moving on. We're going to take a look back. We're going to try to do this quickly. We had a great time at the early live events, and then we moved to virtual. Because what I want to really do is focus on a look forward and what we're going to be doing under Deirdre's leadership in the balance of 2020 and 2021. So this was our annual meeting and celebration. Hard to believe it's basically a year ago. Things were very, very different. It was a wonderful event. We had a great time live. We had an incredible turnout. You can see the photograph of past presidents, which was really inspiring. We were really looking forward toward a 45th anniversary year. We're just going to postpone it for 1 year. And there's Bert right there, who I think would have to be the senior member of that group, with a few of us, John Kelly, Linda Daly, following behind. Next. More photos. John got to reconnect with my husband, Jerry. They're old-time friends. Long-time friends, I guess, is a better way to say it. But it was a great time had by all. More slides. The Fall Student Gathering, which was hosted by Daroff Design.
So we kicked off the first student event at Daroff. We had, I think, every design school represented in the students that showed up. It was an awesome event. Students got to see firsthand some of the projects that Daroff was working on, had a little Q&A and kind of pick their brains more about their daily work at Daroff and upcoming projects they're working on, and we were able to have a tour of the firm as well.
I'm all for diversity and inclusion, but we need to see some guys here. You know, I think we've filled our female quota. We need to get some guys out to some of these student events. I see one, two. I see a few. I see a few. The New Year's Social was hosted by Minima in Old City, Philadelphia. It was a beautiful night. The food was outstanding. And we had a great time. There were raffle prizes, which was a lot of fun. It really felt like we were in someone's home with all of the beautiful furniture that they have arranged in a lot of nice conversation groups. It was a great time had by all. I wore my Christmas sweater. In February, we had an Instagram marketing seminar, and it was hosted by Daltile in Philadelphia. Liz, are you going to take that one?
Sorry, I was muted. Yes.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Thanks, Paul. I'm sorry. This was a small but quote unquote sold out event. This was actually an exclusive event for our chapter members only, because we're always looking to bring additional value and additional opportunities for those who are members versus non-members. So this was one of those events. It was led by a very knowledgeable presenter, and we all learned a whole bunch of tips and tricks on how to get even more versed on Instagram.
Which I think you were prescient in having that in February, because obviously those means of communication have become more and more important in the COVID era. Thank you.
Yep.
Chapter board meetings. One of the things that we do, which is a lot of fun, is we move our board meetings around the area of the chapter. We all know, and one of the things that comes up frequently in our surveys is how difficult it is for people either to get from the suburbs to the city, or from Philadelphia to King of Prussia, or from New Jersey to wherever. So we try to move them around, and certainly the folks who are down here in Delaware or up there in Lancaster. I actually was thinking today that some of this virtual thing actually solves sort of the geographic problem, because it can bring all of us together in one spot. And one of the big topics at our board meetings, among everything, we talked about how do we deliver value to our members? How do we provide opportunities for people to join? How do we provide something that's exclusive to our membership that helps to make the ASID dues worthwhile? But we also focus on finance in all of the board meetings. And I'd ask Dave Belwar to give us a just brief update on the finances of the chapter.
So finances are very strong right now because basically we were shut down after March. So although Kim promised me that she is going to spend all of our savings in 2021 to the auto.
No, she's not.
Now we're very strong, and it's great to see you know, the insides of the ASID workings, of the professional accounting that goes on there. I get help from a company that we outsource to help keep and manage some of the budget and the receipts. I got to learn how to use QuickBooks, which was fun, and it's been, again, it's an eye-opening experience. And the only thing I can say is let's try and get new members. We always seem to be using whatever budget we have, so the bigger the budget, the bigger the events that we can put on. So
thank you. Yes, and a thank you, a shout out to folks who are on past boards that are in the meeting. One of the great things that enable us to be a strong chapter is that they were very fiscally responsible in years past. So we do have a financial cushion for hard times. So I really appreciate the past board.
But not a big one.
Not a big one, but something. Thank you. So we had ASID, a joint event with IIDA, a student career day, and it was hosted by OfficeWorks.
Yes, this is our second annual Student Career Day. We are very much looking forward to planning the one this year. We had a great day. Students were able to network in the morning, and they had a presentation from the IDL CPA, so they learned more about advocacy and how they can kind of carry their professional career once they graduate. We had the afternoon day split into workshops, so they learned more about different sectors of each industry, and thank you so much to all of our reps and volunteers who were able to be there that day. And then they also had portfolio reviews to finish up the day.
Great event. Thank you, Liz. And of course, our incredible IDA competition. We had a record number of entries, and in one category, there was a perfect score. I did point out to Kim that I recall that we had one perfect score that I know of previously, and that was Wexler Peterson and Marcello Luzzi, who designed an incredible, I guess it would be an Empire townhouse for Freddie Haas on Delancey Street. And I remember that they had a perfect score for that project as well. So Kim, tell us about the competition.
So the IDA competition happens every 2 years. It was the first time we received a record number of entries. We received over 150 entries for 27 categories, everything from commercial to residential and a student category. Christine DeHart, we have to give major props to because she was the competition chair, and George Sheenes, who was on the competition committee, who helped many people who entered with their graphics and photos. So this lasted until the end of February, as you can see, and the gala was to have been in May, and then it was supposed to be October. But now it's going to be about a month from now on November 6th, and you'll get to see who the winners are live that night.
Yes, and thank you, Christine and George. I know for folks who aren't totally familiar with the competition, it is judged by folks in other chapters. So they had to go out and recruit a large number of folks to help us out since we had such a terrific turnout in terms of number of entries. So thank you, guys. One of the most fun, I think, activities that we do as a chapter are our Sips and Spaces, where we gather at an interesting space or place that was designed by a chapter member or perhaps not by a chapter member. But we sometimes have food, obviously sometimes have drinks, hence the name Sips and Spaces. But we had a terrific night at Alimentary.
Hi, everybody. So yeah, As mentioned, on March 10th, only a few days before everything started to change, we held our last in-person event, our famous Sips and Spaces. The event was hosted at Alimentari by local creative agency Cohere, featuring an exclusive tasting menu from acclaimed chef Ashley James. At the event, we heard from the DeBruno family and the Cohere team about their experience creating the special place from design inception to reality.
And I would add that we had another Sips and Spaces at DeBruno's on Chestnut Street, which was another incredibly fun night, wasn't it, Liz? We had a good time. And the DeBrunos are an incredible partner, and their generosity in terms of the food and wine was just beyond belief. It was really a great time. Thank you. So then the world changed, and we very quickly and were very creative and in adapting from live events to virtual events. And it was pretty incredible. I mean, literally we all had our sort of worlds turned on end, but the response and the creativity and the flexibility from the chapter leaders and committee chairs was incredible. And of course, National had to make changes as well. Kim, do you want to take us through some of these events?
Yes, thanks, Paul. Just to give you an idea real quick, our last board meeting was in person, actually virtually, was March 11th. And that's when everything started to shut down, and we scrambled at that meeting to say, what can we do? Because we're going to be home, and some of our events started to cancel in person. So from March through July, we created a member-only email blast that linked different CEUs and webinars directly to our members from industry partners. We had Instagram Lunch and Lives, where we did Instagram interviews every Tuesday. We will be continuing that going forward. And we had a bunch of different virtual happy hours, as well as we had a fun virtual happy hour on the day of what would have been the actual IDA Gala, May 15th. And with all of this and the upcoming professional development webinars that Liz and Allison and Lindsay prepared, we started our own YouTube channel. So you can see a lot of these actually on there as well.
Thank you. Liz, you want to talk about these?
So our first professional development webinar was about the well building standard. So we had a really fun conversation with myself, Lindsay, and Allison. We spoke about the standards and the procedure that it takes to become well certified, what's going to be on the exam, and then just some kind of fun Q&A with the audience. We had a lot of students, we had a lot of members that were engaging. Yeah, it was a really great webinar, and I think, again, a great kickoff to a really wonderful team effort this whole summer with putting all of these out quickly and with all of our social media channels. So thanks, Kim, for all of your help with that too.
Great.
So could go back to the previous slide. Thank you. So our next webinar featured named We're in This Together, Ask the Experts, was an amazing opportunity for me to speak with local designers, including past President Marcello Luzzi, architects, and industry partners, so that we could discuss working in the design industry and taking a deeper dive into daily life in our field. And we also discussed our new normal and how that has really changed the way the design field has been working, and how we as designers and industry professionals and architects have adapted.
Thank you, Lindsay.
So, oh, sorry, do you mind going back one slide? Perfect, thank you. So we also hosted an event that focused on the NCIDQ and different tips and tricks for anyone who might be interested in taking the test. And we were very lucky to have Faye Leff with us. She is actually one of the local NCIDQ representatives for our area. So she took us all through each test, what we can do to prepare. We had a very lengthy Q&A session with her about, you know, what her recommendations would be for preparing for the test. So I think that it was a really great event, especially with everyone being home and having extra time on our hands. And I'll start studying and getting our license.
Hi, everyone. I thought I'd speak a little bit about the virtual conference. So the incoming board had the opportunity to attend the virtual conference. You see the word virtual. We had planned to meet in Arizona, although we weren't too thrilled about the idea of Arizona in August, but we were completely dedicated to going. But at the end of the day, it ended up becoming virtual, of course, because of the new normal we're in. But in the end, I think everyone would agree, it was a 3-day conference and it was chock full of really inspirational speakers. I thought that the speaker, really a creative strategist for Steelcase, was phenomenal. And everything that we were presented with was really empowering and informing, and more importantly, can really give us that sort of framework and guideline going forward to bring you guys some really great strategic planning to sort of infuse in that. So overall, I walked away personally with being pumped and inspired. And I was really delighted to see so many board members also in breakout sessions. And that just shows the dedication of this incoming board. So here to them as well.
So part of going through leadership, every organization has a mission statement. And so at the State of the Society, this is what was declared as the upcoming mission statement, that we are ASID, the association that empowers members to have a positive impact on the people and planet through collaboration, design, thinking, education, and advocacy. Interior design will advance its value proposition through evolving practices and business landscapes with a diverse and well-prepared professional community. Interior design professionals and their teams will be at the forefront of positive change in the communities in which we work, play, live, heal, and learn. Now, part of that virtual conference, we had 2 of our members that were bold enough to make a video and record themselves, both Linda Daly and Kimberly Slater. So I believe we're going to show you Linda's clip because it was pretty amazing, and she got awarded the Lifetime Award, which, what a beautiful picture of Linda.
So congratulations to Linda. For folks who don't know, the Lifetime Award is a rare honor. I think we may have only had about 2 members in the chapter previously that received this award. And basically for pretty much a lifetime of service, as it says, of dedication to the profession and to the chapter and to ASID in general, a few people a year are awarded a lifetime membership, and that award went to Linda Daly. So congratulations, and thank you, Linda, for all your years of dedication and professionalism. We really appreciate it. Again, virtual applause. But we will hear, yes. Okay.
Hi, everyone.
Yes.
Yes. So lastly, our most recent event was our Coffee with Kia webinar. Kia Weatherspoon is an accomplished designer, public speaker, and advocate for the interior design industry and equitable design. Kia owns and runs her own firm, Determined by Design, in the DC area. During her time at Moore College of Art and Design, Kia was our chapter's student representative to the board. It was an honor for me as the incoming student representative to be able to speak with her candidly and to discuss the benefits of being an ASID member and hearing about her experience professionally and with the chapter.
A terrific event. And I think it's worth noting that our student representatives to the ASID board historically have gone on to be exceptional practitioners and continuing contributors to ASID. So, and I'm really looking forward to Lindsay taking up that position for the 2020-2021 board. So thank you, Lindsay.
Thank you.
And now we're going to see an interesting bunch of clips. And I found they did show this at last year's leadership conference. And I think it's very apropos considering it's our 45th anniversary. But it's really sort of a brief history of the profession and ASID. And Kim, if you want to take it away, I'm going to step out quickly and get a glass of water, but continue with Kim.
Thanks, Paul. So ASID celebrates its 45th year, as we stated. And ASID is the oldest, largest, and most diverse design organization in the fact that our membership is made up of practitioners, industry partners in all sectors of interior design. So we're the people who design and help build and help supply the products for your hospitals, your schools, your own homes, and many other projects, everything from governmental institutions and beyond. So we follow all those sectors of interior design. We're not the people you see really on HGTV. So there are some of us on there, but so if we can just go back one side real quick, you can see here ASID, the interior design, we all know, many of us on here, that term that we don't like that's in the quotes, interior decorator, started back in the 1900s. And then it moved on to the term interior designer in the 1930s when the first professional organization, the American Institute of Decorators, was founded. And this photo is actually from one of their first member meetings. And you can see how prestigious they all look. And then as we go into the decades following, interior design really became a forefront and a need, and there was a demand for it. As cities built up, as skyscrapers built up, like you can see here in New York City, things got more technical, and the need for not just an architect, but for someone to help fit out the interior expanded with where educated and experienced practitioners were needed. And then in the 1960s, our perspective began to shift, where we took on the role of being the environmental researcher and embedding not just the building products that go into the built environment, but bringing in the psychology and the nature versus nurture into our buildings. And then in the 1970s, the Foundation for Interior Design Education and Research was started, FIDER. So if you went to a school that was FIDER accredited, we know how old you are. So this was built to accredit undergraduate and graduate programs. So in essence, it's our way of accrediting a school to make sure that the programs that you are studying are fit for you to become an interior designer. And then in 1974, the National Council for Interior Design Qualifications was formed for us to take the NCIDQ, which is in essence like our bar exam for interior designers, to show that they are certified practitioners. And in 1975, ASID formed by the union of two different organizations, and that's how we started. And then you can see here what really goes into our organization is establishing specific rules that your different professional qualifications are for your different level of membership. Everything from professional membership, which means you've passed the NCIDQ, to allied membership that you've practiced for so many years and have a certain education level, associate members, and our industry partners. So yes, we are exclusive, but there's a point to that we are experienced, educated, and qualified practitioners. And then the first interior design law came to be in 1982 through 1984 and moved on as our profession became more well recognized. And then we've moved into the federal government recognizing NCIDQ certification to work on federal buildings, the rise of the LEED standard and WELL standards, which are practices that we follow for healthy built environments. And these are the 5 strategic pillars that we follow as an organization, that our strategic plans for our membership are based upon to present events to you throughout the year. And this just gives you an idea of what I explained earlier about all the different sectors of design that our organization's members are a part of, everything from residential to institutional to healthcare. And you can see that 33% of our membership is made up of residential designers, and the other 67% is made up of commercial design. And this is a little teaser clip from when Lindsay spoke with Kia on the value of ASID. And we can't hear it, Rich. You're probably gonna have to unmute yourself.
How can it help me? When you should really change that question is how can you help your profession? My pleasure. No, it was my pleasure. I love the PAE chapter, and I'm going to give it my always kind of my ASID sell, right? ASID was probably one of the most pivotal design decisions that I've made. It's been so amazing to my career, and people always ask, well, what can ASID do for me? How can it help me? When you should really change that question is how can you help your profession? You need to be engaged, be involved, use your voice, pick an association. That is how you approach a professional design association. And ASID has been it for me. So and I'm grateful to the PAE chapter and this ASID, but get engaged, get involved. Stop expecting it to be handed to you. Do the work for your profession.
That's a great commercial.
And then next up we have, so in essence, what Kia just stated is how design impacted her life. And that's ASID's tagline, design impacts lives. So everything that we do impacts every aspect of your life and everyone's life in the built environment. And up next, we have a fun little clip. It's got some movement to it, but it will bring us to a full point at the end of the story of ASID.
Learned a lot about leadership and making a movement, then let's watch a movement happen start to finish in under 3 minutes and dissect some lessons. First, of course, a leader needs the guts to stand alone and look ridiculous. But what he's doing is so simple, it's almost instructional. This is key. You must be easy to follow. Now here comes the first follower with a crucial role. He publicly shows everyone else how to follow. Notice how the leader embraces him as an equal. So it's not about the leader anymore. It's about them, plural. Notice how he's calling to his friends to join in. See, it takes guts to be a first follower. You stand out and you brave ridicule yourself. Being a first follower is an underappreciated form of leadership. The first follower transforms a lone nut into a leader. If the leader is the flint, the first follower is the spark that really makes the fire. Now here's the second follower. This is a turning point. It's proof the first has done well. Now it's not a lone nut and it's not 2 nuts. 3 is a crowd and a crowd is news. A movement must be public. Make sure outsiders see more than just the leader. Everyone needs to see the followers because new followers emulate followers, not the leader. Here come 2 more people, then 3 more immediately. Now we've got momentum. This is the tipping point, and now we have a movement. As more people jump in, it's no longer risky. If they were on the fence before, there's no reason not to join in now. They won't stand out, they won't be ridiculed, they'll be part of the in crowd if they hurry. For the next minute, you see the rest who prefer to stay part of the crowd, because eventually they'd be ridiculed for not joining. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how a movement is made. Version of the shirtless dancing guy, all alone. Remember the importance of nurturing your first few followers as equals, making everything clearly about the movement, not you. lesson here. Did you catch it? Leadership is over-glorified. Yes, it started with the shirtless guy, and he'll get all the credit. But you saw what really happened. It was the first follower that transformed a lone nut into a leader. There's no movement without the first follower. See, we're told that we all need to be leaders, but that would be really ineffective. The best way to make a movement, if you really care, is to courageously follow and show others how to follow. When you find a lone nut doing something great, have the guts to be the first person to stand up and join in.
Pretty incredible, isn't it?
I think the world needs a pep talk.
This is great.
Look, people, look with your eyes. This is where we live. It's a good place. Look around you. What do you see? Volcanoes, sunsets, Justin Timberlake's teeth. Those things are perfect. But I'm telling you, world, we got some work to do. Open your eyes. How cool is it that we're all alive on the same planet at the same time? I think it's time that we start making cool stuff happen. On the planet we live on, there's poverty, hunger, injustice. The world is full of awesome. It's also full of not awesome. On the planet we live on, there's also potential, possibilities. Puppies. Yeah, I said puppies. I'm getting distracted. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad we're all here. We're all born to make a difference. It can be easy to get overwhelmed. Feel like you can't do anything. That's why we have each other. Well, there's lots of bad stuff in the world, but there's also you. And there's me. Time to set some goals. I'm not talking squad goals. I'm talking global goals. All of y'all, the whole world, is my squad goals. What the world needs is love, and also an end to extreme poverty, eliminating inequality, fixing our planet. That's why we got you. That's why we have each other. That's why we got goals, global goals. Together, we're louder. Together, we're brighter. Together, we're gooder. That isn't a word. Global goal number 4, education. Talk about school, I gotta tell you something. School cafeterias can be scary places. Where do I sit? Where do I not sit? Where's the cool table? Let me tell you something. The cool table is wherever you are. In the lunchroom of the world, there shouldn't be a cool table. Nope. The whole lunchroom should be one big cool table. A big table. A table where everybody's invited. Where everybody has a seat. Where everybody has enough. That's the kind of table that I want to be at. That's the kind of world I want to live in. That's the kind of world that we're building. Because people like you. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Let's live in a world where awesome is celebrated every day. Where people treat people like they're people. Those are my kind of people. So get out there. And if you find yourself feeling like it's too tough, remember, you're not alone. There's lots of people at the table. And it's a cool table. Open your eyes. You'll see. I think the world.
So, if you guys didn't know, my power just completely went out. Welcome to technical difficulties in the COVID era. I completely lost power in the complex. So thank you for Rich for keeping that running while I was off screen.
Oh my God.
But per the past 2 videos, we want you to be the first to stand up and join us in at the cool table and be that lone nut and get everything started and join ASID.
I think that young man has a future. I hope he decides to become an interior designer and president of our chapter.
So this is actually ASID's headquarters in Washington, D.C., and it was the first space in the world to be both certified LEED and WELL Platinum under the WELL Building Standard. And Vita, who is our membership director, is going to give you a little bit more information.
So I just wanted, as a membership director, I wanted to welcome everybody here, of course, and kind of reiterate that we appreciate every single one of our members. We are a diverse membership in terms of geography. As Kim mentioned earlier, we hail all the way from South Jersey, Delaware, all over Pennsylvania. We're a diverse group as far as our specialties, residential, commercial, hospitality. We're a diverse group in terms of our size. We have firms that are run by solopreneurs, and we have huge firms run by tens, hundreds sometimes team members. And we as a board and ASID, we love each and every one of our members. And we care deeply about our membership. Everything that we do, we always ask ourselves, what value does it bring to our membership? And better yet, how can we increase that value to our membership? Now, I have to say that 50% of our membership is up for renewal in Q4. So that is October, November, December. This is when most of our dues will be due. You will be getting emails from National, and we ask that you look for those emails, that you don't disregard them, that you don't just delete them. Please don't miss it. Check your spam folders and just renew. Don't leave it till tomorrow. Don't leave it till sometime later, till your friend tells you what she's doing, or till the stars align and the moon shines just right. Just do it as soon as you get that email from National. And better yet, don't wait for National's email. Reach out to me and tell me, ask me, when's my membership due? Is it due in a month, in 2 months? Am I up for renewal? And I will happily assist you. You've been part of this great organization for a reason, many reasons. And there is no more important reason than to continue your support of this great organization right now during this crazy, crazy year with much uncertainty, but also with many silver linings. So again, if you're unsure about when you're up for renewal, or if you have any questions whatsoever, I, as a membership director, and I speak for the board as well, we are here for you guys. So you can call me, email me, DM me, PM me, whichever is your preferred method of communication. We're here to support you guys. And so thank you.
So this is the time of the year that we do our board induction. So today is the first day of our fiscal year, and our board will be transitioning. So this is this year's board that we've had for the past year. Paul, as he mentioned, will be stepping down as president. Deidre will be moving up into the president's role. Dave is in his second year of his 2-year term. I am in the second year of my 2-year term. Liz is in the second year of her 2-year term. Vita has been unanimously reelected to her position for a second term. Deb is finishing up her term, and Allison was unanimously elected last year, actually appointed by the board for a second term for the student representative. Usually it's a 1 year, but she's so fabulous, we wanted to keep her. So this will be upcoming the board for this year. As you can see, Deidre is going to be president. Deb will become president-elect. Dave, myself, and Liz still maintaining our roles. Vita as well. Allison, having graduated, is moving into the director-at-large role. And Lindsay has joined us officially today. I know she's extremely excited about that, as our student representative to the board. The student rep to the board position is actually a voting member of the board of directors. So now this is where the whole board unmutes ourselves and says the oath of office. You ready, guys?
Ready, Kim. Ready.
Okay. So this is going to sound lovely. Deidre, start it off.
Okay. I solemnly pledge that I will perform
the duties
as
the
Board
Board Director
of Pennsylvania
Chapter of the American Society
of
Interior
Designers
in accordance with the bylaws of the Society and my chapter.
and that
I will endeavor to act at all times in the best interest of my chapter,
its
its members, and the society as a whole.
Oh, I love having your child in there, Vita. That was cute. Made it special.
Adorable.
So it is official. Deidre is president. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Well, I know we're an intimate group. I prepared a tiny little I thought I'd just read it real quick to make things official, and just some thoughts I had, and then we'll get on to the really fun stuff. So I just want to thank everyone, especially Paul, for his leadership in this past year in the chapter. And bottom line is being a volunteer. I mean, how important is that, and how precious is that these days? We appreciate that. So I'm delighted and honored to be here with you, you guys, everyone this evening, and more so to represent the PA East chapter over the course of the next year as your president. They say this is the new normal. I don't know about you. I'm kind of tired of hearing the phrase the new normal. But we've heard about the new normal now for months. And while the statistics behind the instances of illness and outcomes are deeply saddening, our profession has consistently risen to assist others in need, from evidence-based healthcare design to raising new housing, Habitat for Humanity, and families that experience pride and ownership for the first time. It's in our nature to support others when needed in time and talent. And I have no doubt that we'll persevere as a profession due to your amazing goodwill and good works, which I've seen through this whole presentation, to benefit many more in need. What was most memorable over the past year as I was president-elect was this unconditional willingness to not become defeated nor indifferent. So from COVID-19 challenges and limiting planned chapter public gatherings to Black Lives Matter awareness and action, our board is comprised of some of the most finest individuals. I'm so honored to get to know and get to know even more. I represent, I don't know, Rich, if you can go to the next slide, if you can hear me, but I represent close to Paul there, 34 years of volunteerism and dedication and support to our chapter and community. Yes, that is me back when I was 19 at FIT. From student membership and mentorship, legislative efforts in Harrisburg. At the Capitol, I saw a picture earlier from the NCIDQ and the Ideal CPA, my peeps, that's Ada. And we had others back there that I used to volunteer with as well. And I've seen firsthand the dedication and determination of our collective spirit. So when adversity takes hold, we act. When a new paradigm shift occurs, we reimagine. We redesign the new reality in our chapters, regional firms to meet the charge. Why? Because we as a design community inherently care about others and helping others in all we do and advocate for. I'm humbled to be the first ASID PA East president to hold a doctorate in planning, design, and construction. I pursued my PhD to advance not only to continue to be a lifelong learner, but to give back in all I do professionally as I'm representing this evening. That matters most to me, is giving back. 22 years of higher education instruction as a professor, and I saw Alex on the call, she knows me from Jefferson. Hello to Alex. And also, you know, being in architectural design firms, working alongside you guys and out to the Philly suburbs, from Manhattan to Philly. Also, I understand firsthand the challenges many face today, from educational loans of my own, of my twins, and to landing and advancing from one's first position and hoping to advance beyond that right now with COVID. So for the coming year, my strategic plan and the board, all that you see today, approved. It's important that we think about students, in my opinion, super important. And that will be my platform going forward, is the incredible talent that we have that's emerging. I hope you join me in the safe, robust events planned to celebrate all that you do, students, as members of our chapter, and those that you guys support in the work you do in the firms as you enter your industry. So be sure to introduce yourself to me so that we can meet and greet each other and network. After all, the best part of being part of the wonderful ASID chapter is that we have this universal outreach and embracing, as Kim said earlier, all sectors of design and levels of our collective design talent. I sincerely look forward to getting to all you guys next year. Please reach out so I can help you and elevate your career as well. And I hope you guys will dance along with me as I hope to lead you this year. So thank you so much. Okay, so you're seeing a slide here, and this is all of this crazy good work that Kim and her committee. So speaking about committees, we have subcommittees within the board, and that is one of them, and she runs the IDAs, and that is coming up, of course, on November 6th. Please note that PhiladelphiaInteriorDesign.com is where you can go to register for that, and please be sure to attend because we have such amazing stuff planned that night. It will be crazy professional and amazing in just the spirit, collective spirit I talk about so much, right? And so what I want to do now is talk to you about the awards coming up, and I'm going to pass it back to Paul, who's going to speak out to the awards, and then I'm going to meet you back for some fun at the end of our meeting tonight.
So Deidre, if you wouldn't mind doing the awards with me. Paul
sure.
Unfortunately had to hop out. There's a family medical emergency.
Oh goodness, absolutely happy to.
So he has unfortunately, Deidre and I are going to do the awards. So Rich, if you can go to the next thing.
Okay.
Oh, your upcoming events, my apologies.
Yeah.
So we just talked about all of this, about everything Deidre's got planned for this year.
Sure. So we have, and this has all been approved by our board. So one of the things that I do as the president-elect prior to is work on a strategic plan. And I think if any of you guys are interested in understanding true leadership, that really is an amazing challenge. But what's wonderful is I don't do it alone. All those that are on the board, we brainstorm, and I bring up the ideas, and creatively we decide what we feel we can manage, and also manage in that we can make it happen. So here's a list of everything we have planned for the upcoming year. Thinking pretty much till around January, February, we'll be going virtually for most of these, but we are praying that come the spring, we can have some of these in person. And I know we spoke a little bit about WELL, and we're so fortunate to have Liz, who is a WELL faculty person that can speak out to WELL beautifully. And we hope to really expand on that too, with having an amazing symposium. And then again, students, since my passion is around students, our career day will be the bomb this year. So know that that is important. And the one thing I want to say before I finish up here, and I don't want to get into my instructor mode here, but I want to mention how important it is that with good leadership is reaching out and recognizing other good leaders. And Alex, again, just finished up her IIDA year, a phenomenal year. And there's so much outreach in her videos and postings, but we also want to work together to be stronger in that way. I don't see ASID as its own silo. I look at us as having amazing silos. Together, we're stronger. So definitely some of these events, particularly career, will be focused on a collaboration of other types of associations as well. It's all going to benefit the students. Okay, so lots of coming up in the next year. So getting to the awards, right, Kim?
Yep. So perfect. Okay, so our first award up is our presidential citation. So these are the ones that Paul deems, he wants to recognize special people. So any of your past presidents, pick the people that they feel deserve some special recognition in for the year or for years past. So our first presidential citation for Paul is Linda Daly. We are recognizing Linda, so a virtual applause for Linda for 45 years of membership, 3 times past president. Paul's close by with 2, and I think Bert has 2 as well. So thank you, Linda, for your 45 years of amazing service to the chapter, and we'll get your certificate to you. Up next, the next presidential citation is for Vita Vygoska, our industry partner member, because
Well
if
deserved.
you don't know what Vita did this year, she shut down her workroom when COVID started. And she has this amazing to the trade only drapery interiors workroom, and she shut it down and created masks for first responders and created well over 2,000 masks and donated them.
And
with the help
crazy
of
early
donations.
on.
Yeah,
Right? Like
exactly.
really early on.
Exactly. So thank you, Vita, for all that. And our next presidential citation is to Bert. So Bert Ladenslager is probably our oldest member. He's been around since the beginning, like Linda. John Kelly's been a member for almost 45 years as well. So Paul wanted to make sure he recognized Bert.
Bert is 94 and he's been president 3 times.
So thank you, Bert, for your service. We know he's probably not Zoom ready, but I love Bert because he says he's still practicing, though most of his clients are dead, which is fabulous. So up next is our next our awards. So I'm going to do, so Rich, if you can go to the next slide. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Christine. So sorry, we wanted to recognize Christine. Christine DeHart is a second-time co-chair of the IDAs. She has been the competition chair solely this year because I entered myself, so I can't have anything to do with that as IDA chair. And she dealt with all 150 entries. So we wanted to give major props to Christine for that.
Thank you, Christine.
Okay, so I'm gonna give this one, and actually, Deidre, can you give this one?
Yes. So our industry partner merit award, we wanted to recognize an industry partner that really just literally opened their doors to us, their heart, their space, and wonderful beverages and not necessary good food, but we loved it anyway. So our industry partner merit award goes to, big reveal, Thomas Stone, industry partner ASID for Stone and Glidden over in King of Prussia. And if you've never been to their showroom, it is stunning. And I know last time we were there, he has a lot of big plans going on as well. So I don't even know if it's changed yet, but I'm sure we'll be back as he's so gracious and absolutely deserving of this award. So thank you to Stone and Glidden.
Okay, so I'm gonna give out the next award for Rising Star, and Deidre will do the last one. So Rising Star is given to the member who exemplifies outstanding qualities as they are coming into their own within the chapter. They might have been a member that's new. They might be a member that has been around for a while. Last year's Rising Star was Allison Kapler, and this year's Rising Star, because she is a rock star, and was president-elect while she finished her PhD dissertation and was the first person to ever give their PhD dissertation live on Zoom.
Aww.
Across the globe, people. So it's for Deidre. Dr. Deidre Semino.
Oh my goodness.
I abbreviate DDMC in emails.
That was beautiful. Thank you. Although I will get a virtual hug in there because Lindsay in my mind is my rising star. So we'll share it mentally. Thank you for that, everybody. Thank you.
Okay, your turn, Deidre.
Okay, service to the chapter. So I don't know who the award was for this actually, but Paul did. So service to the chapter award. This of course is our service award to those that individual that has gone above and beyond, that never says no, that has stresses of their own and puts things aside for the betterment of our membership and all that we are doing. It's really someone who is absolutely someone who doesn't have the focus on themselves. And therefore, I think that truthfully, this is one of those awards that really brings a tear to my eye because it's really nice that they are recognized because they're people that don't call out their own recognition. So service to the chapter award, drum roll, please. Oh, And you didn't think I knew who that was. Kimberly A. Slater. Who's that? Oh, look at Vita and her little, yeah. Kim,
Thank you, Kim.
honestly, before you even say your spiel, your speech, I just want to say I absolutely ditto Dean. I ditto Paul in saying that you are not only instrumental and gracious in your time and talent and willingness, what you have had to finagle and even Dave mentioned earlier, sometimes, a little bit of tempers back and forth as far as because of the stress around making the second half of this year a success. You've had to become all that besides communications. You've kept us going and on time and submitting, and we just owe you this massive, massive hug going forward. And so you are so well deserving, Kim. Kimberly, well deserved.
Thank you. That's why I had you give that one. Sorry.
I'll
So
do it
whoever-
again. Do you want me to do it again? I'll reintroduce. I'll do
that's
that
good.
all night long. That's fine.
Thank you. Okay, let's go on to the next fun. We're going on to the fun stuff, people.
Show me the money. Show me the prize.
Okay, so this is Deidre's going to thank Paul.
Yes, I am. Absolutely. So Paul he's really been a rock. Paul doesn't get flustered. He's so incredibly professional. I think working in corporate design for so many years, it sort of just hones those skills. But there were times where, he had to step up where we didn't have something planned or necessarily always know what to say in advance, but he always kept this cool presence and leadership throughout this past year. He was so gracious in just accepting me early on and believing in my ability to be the next leader. And I thank him so much for that. His vision has left us this past year in a really solid place. And despite all those new normals that we've had to get used to, Paul has graciously really, really made it happen. And a side note, I want to just mention that he has had a really challenging year. I mean, he moved, but in essence, 3 times with real estate and the physically moving and the mental stress of moving on top of being president. We are so, so grateful to him. And we wish him nothing but incredible happiness. We know he'll be around, so he's not going too far. We won't let him. But thank you, Paul, so, so much. Thank you. 36 years of ASID membership. That is mind-blowing. We talk a lot about legacy. And I used to teach a lot about legacy when I've worked with so many course development over the years. But legacy is really something that is it's someone who goes above and beyond, and there's an eloquence beyond that. There's a decency there, and I really think Paul is that person. So I'm very blessed to have been alongside him this year. Thank you, Paul. And we all are appreciative.
And he's back.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank you,
very
Paul.
much. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And Paul, we have a special gift for you. So on behalf of the board, we're treating you and Jerry out to a well-needed night out. So we'll send you your gift.
Yes.
Well, thank you. That's wonderful.
All right, so this is the fun part, everybody. This is where you get to absolutely use your voice. So you get ready to unmute yourself, and if you're muted, because we're going to have a really fun raffle now, and we want to thank all of our industry partner raffle prize. Look at how many people came to help us out today, which was so generous. From Kohler to Crabbit to Bright Light Center. Dave's still on. Thank you, Dave. Hunter Douglas, Del Tile. Awesome. And some of the prizes, ooh, I mean, these are not shabby, people. Hello. You can win this in the next 5 minutes. So how cool is this? Kohler Signature Store Semi-Pro Faucet. I would like one myself. 16 by 16 pillows, Brunswick and Fee, plaid. Oh, nice. From Crabbit, stunning. Beautiful quality, Hunter Douglas. 1 pair of side panels from Hunter Douglas. Stunning. And what else do we got? I think we had something right. Tea and coffee gift basket. Total, I believe we have 5, right? We have 5 because Dow Tiles also, because Bright Light's also volunteering something wonderful tonight. So we have 5 raffle prizes. And if you are ready, oh, I didn't see this last slide that we put in here. Nice. How generous is that of Bright Light? Cool, cool, cool. Fanimation, Urban Jet retails for $250. I just love the retro look. Very, very cool. All right, so Kim is our Vanna White for the night, and she will be spinning the wheel. And if you see it land on your name and you're here, please unmute yourself and say, that's me, that's me, that's me. Because if you don't say that's me, that's me, that's me, we go on to the next prize. So it's live. Those that are here win the prizes, okay?
Okay, can you guys see the wheel?
We did, yeah, now we can.
Okay, cool. I'm on the split screen. So I'm going to spin your name. So these are the people who registered on time. If you are here, you have to be here to win your prize. And we're going to spin your name. Say if you're here and you will win. If you're not, we're moving on to the next person. So the first up is, what was the first prize? Sorry. No, the Kohler faucet. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to spin. So there's no Valentine. Is Valentine on? No.
I love the confetti.
Okay. So they're not on. So we're going to spin next. So
spin again.
Got to be here to win.
Kim, are you taking note or would you like me to?
Yes, I'm taking note.
Okay.
Is Joni on? Nope. Okay. Oh, you people are going to make out that are on here. And I'd like to thank IIDA because I stole this idea from them. Where is everybody? Okay. We're gonna spin again. Jason was not on. I know who's on here.
And you thought it was
me. Barbara's on. I know Barbara's on. She's on here, isn't she?
She was.
She was on. Is Barbara still on? Say hello. Nope, she's not on. Oh, she left too soon. We're trying to give away prizes, people.
Yeah, these are pretty impressive gifts.
Oh, okay, I know Lynn. I saw Lynn. Is she on? Is Lynn on?
Hold on, I'm looking through the list.
I know, she was on.
I saw her.
Oh, if she dropped out, okay. I'm going to pick somebody randomly who's sitting here if we don't choose somebody. The newlywed!
There we go.
Oh, no, you know what? We're giving that to Heather Rabel because she was the one right before this. So, Heather, you won the Kohler faucet.
That was nice.
Okay.
That'll be for the new house.
There you go. Okay. Hey, there's a bunch of interior designers you know on here.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Up next is the pillows. And that goes to our new president.
Oh my goodness.
This is random. I am not in control of this besides hitting the click button.
Wow. All right. Thank
Okay.
you.
Up next is the Hunter Douglas panels. Oh, there you go, Dave. So, Mr. Belwar, that's for your man cave.
I'm here. I'm here.
That was
Okay,
robust.
Up next is for the Dow tile basket. Okay, Barbara was on and she wasn't. Okay.
Where are you?
Okay. So let me do this again. Is Ginny on? I see you. Nope. I don't think she's on. Okay. I gotta hit remove. There we go. I'm looking at the screen here. Liz! Liz won the Dow tile basket.
Nice.
Sweet, congratulations.
Yay.
Okay, and last is the
Dan.
The band.
Angela. I know I saw Angela on here. Is she still on?
I'm checking.
Hello.
There she is. Is she on? There she is. Congratulations, Angela. So that are the prizes for this evening. So thank you, everyone. And I'm going to kick this back to Rich and Deirdre real quick.
Okay.
And
that was nice, Dave. That was a nice, generous. Okay, so finishing up, you guys, we're looking at the time here. We'll finish up our evening and our annual meeting with a reminder again for the IDA Awards. So please be sure to go and check out PhiladelphiaInteriorDesign.com to register. November 6th, make a date of it. It is Friday evening. Please don't miss it. We are pumped to bring this to you, okay? And I just want to thank everyone tonight for absolutely for attending. And it means the world to us that you hung on with us, and that's dedication right there. So we appreciate it. Good things planned for this year. So please partake, as they say. It's all about networking. It's what you get out of it, but it's also what you give into it. So if you're interested, you know, we always have like mini subcommittees. We need you guys. So if there's any of those listed items that we have coming up that you would like to get involved with, reach out to us, because maybe it's just one event you help out with. Well, we love you for that. So we'll take you, okay? And with that, I think we're gonna keep you on for maybe about 5 more minutes. If anyone would like to chat or has any questions about the upcoming year, we're happy to stay on and answer for you. Otherwise, this formally adjourns a meeting tonight. And we thank you so, so much, all of us. A big hand clap from our board to you for attending. Thank you so, so much.